I'm Hasso, and great to see you all here today. During this presentation, I will summarize what Netflix, Amazon, and the VFX producers' takes are on virtual production. This is EagleCut Studios 2025 in-camera VFX State of the Union. And quick context, I direct in-camera visual effects, or ICVFX. It means we solve stuff on set and not in post. I founded EagleCut in 2017, and I produce plates and build projection studios. Here is what we've been up to lately: Helicopter Heist, The Glass Dome, SISU 2, etc. Shot in Stockholm, London, Vilnius, Canary Islands. And we have also been a part of Troll 2, the biggest Scandinavian production ever. Coming later this year on Netflix. Let's jump into the showreel. 45 seconds of visual caffeine. Plates, which are used for the backgrounds, have now reached generation 3, which means we have increased the resolution 16 times. From 4K to 16K 360, captured with one single lens. Almost all studios now around the world support 16K 360 playback, and image-based lighting is on its way to becoming the standard in virtual production. This means each frame is individually lit by the environment in the plate rather than using traditional lighting setups. And some productions are experimenting with capturing every location for reshoots. Here's a demo for 360, and this is me shooting plates in London 2 weeks ago for an Amazon Prime show.
In-camera VFX surrounds you, but without the right content, it's just an empty screen. EagleCut Plates, our exclusive high-resolution VFX plates, are the first in the world shot in true 16K one-lens 360, captured with a groundbreaking single-lens system, no stitching, no limits. We travel the world to bring the best plates for your project. Discover the future of in-camera VFX at EagleCutStudios.com.
And now, I can hear you thinking, Eric, very nice plates. I can do that with my hands tied behind my back. But if we go back just a little bit, can your plates do this?
Single lens system, no stitching, no limits.
So if you're afraid of people reframing your high-resolution plates, try reframing an all plate. And that's what we are doing in the studios when you're shooting in camera VFX. We're reframing all of the world. So motion blur, point of view, seamless, all shot with one lens. So good to know. Rear versus front projection. Rear projection on a black screen offers higher contrast and is ideal when fast turnarounds is a priority. Downsides includes, and this is the first time I'm telling anyone, projecting through a plastic surface can reveal texture. Front projection on a contrast colored screen delivers the highest image quality, greater brightness, and no visible surface structure. However, it requires on-site screen construction, and you need to be more careful with spill light. We do also get a lot of camera questions, like what cameras are Igelkott approved, and it's Alexa 35, Alexa Mini LF, Sony Venice 2, and Kodak 500. If it captures a clean image without artifacts, we're happy. Let's shift to how Netflix views virtual production.
It's an exciting time to be a part of this industry. We're experiencing rapid progress with new technology and techniques being developed constantly. But keep in mind that the primary goal should always be to serve the story and its production needs. Let's discuss when virtual production may be worth considering for your project.
It makes sense for a producer to use virtual production as where you're really trying to solve a production problem. The thing about virtual production is that it's really just a tool set in the arsenal of what we can use on a show to solve production problems.
Generally, producers may start looking into virtual production for big budget, spectacle, franchise, fantasy, or world-building titles. But there are plenty of applications for other projects like docs or unscripted. Compared to traditional VFX work, virtual production offers a real-time solution. Naturally, if your script is set in outer space or in a parallel dimension, you'll need to get creative with how you visualize those locations. And keep in mind that even a romantic comedy might use virtual production techniques. For example, on traveling scenes.
Oh, que não é vestiário não, viu?
In either case, virtual production may be a viable way to construct an authentic environment and tell your story.
We're living through a moment of rapid evolution in filmmaking tools. But your focus as a DOP remains the same, serving the story throughout visual choices. Virtual production isn't a genre or a style, it's a tool set like any other that can help you solve specific production challenges creatively and efficiently. When should you consider VP? You need to shoot somewhere inaccessible or expensive. Mars, a moving train, or New York Street at night. Available at IGLCutPlates.com. Continuity and control are critical. Child actors, stunts or reshoots. You want to avoid multiple company moves or bad weather is threatening the schedule. You need realistic reflections, chrome, glass, water, that green screen can't deliver on. You're building a stylized or impossible world, but want to lit it and capture it in camera. So what does Amazon have to say? Amazon's 5 principles for DOPs are really good to know. Early and often. The earlier you are involved, the better. Frequent collaboration across departments ensures smoother execution and fewer surprises. VP is production, not post. Think of virtual production as part of the principal photography. Costs counts towards production budgets and incentives. Fix it in prep. Shift your mindset from fix it in post to solve it in prep. With VP, you're aiming for a final pixel shot on the day, which means creative and technical planning must happen earlier. Don't cut pre-light days. Skipping tech-viz or pre-light to save time will cost you more in post. Pre-light is where the volume and lighting teams sync with the camera, and it's essential for your success. And think sets, not shots. Unlike VFX, where each shot is budgeted individually, VP allows for full creative freedom once an environment is loaded. Shoot as many angles as you want without extra cost. That's the benefit. Key considerations. Volume types. You have permanent volumes. They are large, semi-enclosed LED stages for 270-degree wraparound with full ceiling. Or you have pop-up volumes, custom built for specific scenes. Ideal for small sets or car work. Lighting and scene challenges. Harsh direct sunlight requires supplemental light in the studio. And physical effects like fire or fog may damage LED walls and projectors and needs to be consulted on before the shoot. And tight small locations can warp on large volumes, so use smaller VP setups instead. And digital humans and crowd scenes are still tricky to do, so use practical extras. Now let's hear from someone in our region. Mikael Windelin is a Danish VFX producer and consultant specializing in virtual production, with a focus on workflows based on pre-recorded plates and real-time 3D rendering. His insights are highly relevant for cinematographers who want to maintain creative control over lighting, perspective, and image consistency. Windelin's prep flow is structured. Plates give back control. When appropriately used, plates allow you to reclaim the kind of control Hitchcock once leveraged, to extend scenes and shape lighting in the studio using precise background material. And preparation is everything. Windelin emphasizes a structured VP shoot. A thorough initial briefing covering camera specs, shooting styles, and set design. Careful planning of plate capture with maps, action notes, and narrative context. Previous tech-viz to lock in screen sizes, perspectives, and playback needs. A prep day on location with you, production designers, gaffers, grips, and a full VP crew to pre-light and test plates through the camera. And I can't stress that enough, through the camera. Collaboration is essential. The wall becomes a major light source, so close coordination between you, the gaffer, and VP team is critical. Tools like grading windows, reverse playback, and DMX-triggered lighting are key to adapting content on the fly. Playback matters. Mikael advocates using tools like Simulate, Resolve, Unreal, or Final Cut to enable live grading, inner-outer frustum control, and custom light cues, ensuring the visuals work not just in theory, but in camera. And last but not least, on-set discipline. From walkies for the VP team to camera positioning between setups, Mikael encourages structured communication and keeping VP journal to document challenges and ensuring continuity. Thank you!